Hey kids, guess what time it is? That's right, it's time for another episode breakdown. And this week, we're covering episode 52. We'd been waiting for this episode since the beginning of the Android saga. Perfect Cell's first real appearance was always going to be a big deal for us, and I can personally say I'm happy with his premiere. It's just too bad that certain Japanese affiliated companies had to be such a pain in our ass, and a lot of people couldn't see the episode for weeks on end because of it, but now everything is back up on our YouTube channel and everything is merry again. You know, until it happens again. Looking at you, YouTube. But let's get started on the episode proper with lip flaps. This shot of Goku here actually has an implant from Trunks here. Krillin's mouth and overall facial expressions here are newly drawn by Curb, as are these flaps for Cell, these for Vegeta, these flaps for Cell here and here, these for Krillin, these for Trunks here, Vegeta here, Cell here, Vegeta here, Cell here, Cell here, Trunks here, and here, Vegeta's mouth here, Cell here, here, and here, Trunks here, Cell here, and here, Trunks here, Cell here, and here, and finally, Goku's here and here. Thank you again, Curb. Now, with all those knocked out of the way, let's keep moving with visual edits. This episode's actually a bit sparse on big visual edits up till the end. Besides the cock at the very beginning, we've got this little shot here that most people won't catch. See, when Vegeta crashes through the first mountain, I wanted to shorten the distance between that and the mountain after it. I literally had to rotobrush Vegeta, alter a part of the background, and paste him over. Also, this shot of Krillin tearing up was touched up again by Curbifer, as well as this shot of Cell squinting. However, one of my favorite visual edits from this episode is Curbifer's redrawing of Goku's face as he turns his head to witness the results of Gohan's transformation. He's just so ecstatic. Or, in this case, ecstatic. Ecstatic. Because the biggest visual edit was actually provided by two different people in the eye catch. Son Goku's hair catching on fire was animated by Zach Manley, while the lighting effects were drawn by Mark Swint. That's it for visual edits. I know, right? Knocking this one out super fast. Well, I have a lot more to talk about in this next bit, so get ready for fun facts. This opening scene was originally going to be in episode 51 during the middle of Cell's transformation. We wanted to draw a parallel between them, but we decided against it after we showed it to a good number of our friends to get their input. Ultimately, it served to continue the trend we've been on, bookending the episodes with Goku and Gohan. Something neat about the transformation, though, is the music used. The tracks were both from the orchestral arrangement of the SNES fighting game Super Butoden 2's soundtrack. It uses Suite No. 1 and Son Gohan's theme. I have a tendency to only want to use music from Dragon Ball if I can help it, and I was excited to use both tracks during the series at some point. Expect more in the future. Now, there's a bit of confusion in this one scene, and I'll admit, we didn't quite write it as well as we should. The idea was that Krillin, being someone who's all about hiding one's power level, as well as being someone who has fought many opponents, is exceptionally proficient at determining when someone is hiding their own power level. The mistake here was implying that Trunks had, at some point, hit Krillin and thus revealed his own hidden power to him. It was a mistake in the writing on our part and ultimately makes for a somewhat confusing conversation. The end-all be-all is this: Krillin is a master at detecting hidden power after many years of hiding his own. I improv'd 70% of my lines as Trunks in this episode, including this scene where I was originally going to mimic the dubs, "You're going to destroy the whole planet, Father! You've got to stop it!" And for all of you wanting that, there you go. Speaking of this scene, longtime fans of the series may notice that I broke a little rule of mine. We used a Falconer track in full. Now, in the past, we've used small bits of certain tracks, either as a parody of the original dub or a small allusion to the score. However, here we use Super Saiyan Vegeta's theme completely unironically for the Final Flash. only in a faux kestrel arrangement put together by Cliff iTunes Weinstein. I have always been vocal about my feelings on the Falconer dub score. It was a replacement score done by a completely different creative team and company to cut costs on music licensing and further localize the series in order to market to US children, done on a shoestring budget and a ridiculously small timetable, completely ignoring the tone and purpose of the original score, script, and story. That being said, as somebody who wants Dragon Ball Z Abridged to be a series that touches on all aspects of the fandom, I felt like it would be only appropriate to extend my hand across the aisle and use one of the best tracks in the entire score. This was largely made possible with the help of Ein, as he was the one who approached me with the demo first. I enjoyed it quite a bit, had him refine it, and used it in the scene. And that's it, children! Thanks for joining me again, and I'll see you next time when we talk about World's Strongest Abridged. And please, make sure to check out our other channel, TFS Gaming, look at our t-shirts over on sharkrobot.com, and please support us on Patreon. Every little bit helps. Later!